Alright, so in this video I'm going to be checking out Bitcoin under the scope of the Heikin-Ashi candles. So I have just made a video on how to use Heikin-Ashi candles simply because it will save me so much time with every Heikin-Ashi video I make. So if you don't know how to use Heikin-Ashi candles, this probably won't make too much sense. I have just made a video and I will leave a link in the description if you are interested in learning quickly how to use the Heikin-Ashi candles. So let's jump right into the analysis. On the BTC daily, you can see that we have this very nice W pattern, something like this. You can see the breakout is at 43,500. We've somewhat come back and tested this resistance flip support here, and we are also at the top of this W, so we are running into a lot of support. If we are able to go off the races here, then I do believe that we would be coming back to the 200-day moving average, which from where we are now is a 17% pump. If we do check out the price target of this W from the breakout of where we are now, you could see that this would also bring us above the 200-day moving average. So this would be extremely bullish if we were able to break above here, simply because we would now be above the 200-day, and then if we were able to do something like this, come back, test the 200-day as support, then I think the sky is the limit for Bitcoin. So I would be keeping my eye on a scenario like that. All in all though, I wouldn't be getting out of bed until we do bounce strongly off this level. You can see I have so many lines on this chart now. I'm going to have to delete some of them because there's just simply so much going on in this chart right now. And it's kind of taking up a little bit too much noise. So we'll keep one line up there as kind of like a potential if we do break out of this. Do bear in mind we would need to hold this level here at 41,900 in my opinion. Worst case, we do something like this, kind of crab down this trend line. But obviously if we do just keep on laddering down and down and down, then eventually I reckon we will break below this trend line. So as long as we stay above this trend line, then I do think that we will be bullish in the short term and the mid term and the long term. So this is really what we need to stay above. This is a huge macro trend line that has been in place since the 20th of October. So many months now. One last pattern I see as well, which I don't necessarily think is as nice as the W, but nonetheless we do have an inverse head and shoulders here. Here is the left shoulder, here is the head, and this would be the right shoulder that we're forming now. So technically we could do something like this, come all the way down to just below 40,000, and that would still be a very nice inverse head and shoulder. Now the reason I say that I prefer the W is because the head on this is just a little bit wonky, but nonetheless it is still a very valid inverse head and shoulders. If we come over to the total market cap as well, which I've just made a video from, you can see the total market cap is making a beautiful head and shoulders, much nicer than the one on BTC. So I do believe that if the total market cap breaks out of this inverse head and shoulders, then Bitcoin would also be off to the races on the inverse head and shoulders. Now what else to look for right now? There is not too much volume coming in. However, the volume coming in is selling volume, but like I said, not too much volume is coming in, so I really wouldn't be worrying too much about it dipping right now. Like I said, as long as we stay above this green line, then I think we are in line for bullish continuation. The RSI has kind of fallen. I don't want to say fallen like a rock, that is my saying on the RSI, but it has fallen down pretty fast. I do believe that, you know, if as long as we do something like this, then that would line up to something like this, bouncing off the resistance and then going off to the races in the future. So yeah, once again, keep an eye on this resistance here. But like I said, as long as we do stay above 40,000, then I do believe we're in line for a trend reversal to the upside for BTC. So that's all I'm looking for right now on the BTC USD pair. If we come over to the Bitcoin dominance to finish the video off, you can still see that we're having good buying volume coming in on the Bitcoin dominance, and the Bitcoin dominance is heading up, not necessarily strongly, but we are above the 200 days. So I would be slightly cautious if I was holding altcoins right now, simply because I do believe that Bitcoin is about to outperform altcoins in the short term. So yeah, that's all I'm seeing for Bitcoin right now. Once again, none of this is financial advice, it is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.